Colleagues, we begin the presentation of Colonel Lysenko about, and he will provide updates about the situation in ATO area. Good afternoon, dear colleagues. Abusing Minsk agreements about the ceasefire, militants continue shelling upon positions of ATO in Donetsk direction and towards Mariupol. Not far from Donetsk and not far from Mariupol, they regroup their forces and capabilities. On Donetsk, near Donetsk, militants twice shelled using artillery upon Avdiivka and Tonenka. Also under the shelling there was Kurachovo Open and Vodene. Not far from Piske, militants attacked a checkpoint of ITO, and the attack was fought back. Near Luhansk, militants shelled upon Berdyansk. At the same time, on Luhansk direction, first of all, there were no shelling upon our position. That allows to renovate electricity, water, and gas supplies to the towns that suffered because of the shelling of illegal military formations. Since the beginning of Minsk agreements, terrorists and Russian troops shelled 302 times upon positions of ATO. But provocations from pro-Russian militants could be renewed at any moment, and units of armed forces of Ukraine with our law enforcement bodies are ready to an aggression from those formations. Russian Federation accumulates occupation contingent on the territory of Donbass. During the last days, despite Minsk agreements, there is a movement from Russian Federation to territory of Ukraine of military equipment and ammunition. Towards Novozovsk, more than 10 tanks arrived, 10 artillery cannons, and about 10 trucks. Also, there's a movement of military men of Russian Federation on buses. Through checkpoint of Izvarino towards Luhansk, 20 trucks arrived with ammunition and a lot of fuel, petrol trucks, and also there's more of troops of Russian Federation on the border with Ukraine in Voronezh and Rostov region. They redislocate military units, heavy vehicles and ammunition from other regions of Ukraine. The fifth Russian so-called humanitarian convoy entered into Ukraine because of the violation by Russia norms of international and national law. As to the order of sending humanitarian cargoes, representatives of Ukraine don't participate of that in clearance of that 15th humanitarian convoy, so there is no information about the content. At the same Ukrainian interagency group, which is temporary on the checkpoint Donetsk, which is on the territory of Russian Federation, from 6:20 to 6:40 in the morning, noticed the movement of 12 trucks of white color and 4 cars of support. They moved to Ukraine. The enemy continues air intelligence, and they use drones for that. In general, we noticed 4 drones during the last day. 4 towards Yalta Mangush and Zarya Kirilivka, and 1 more was moving on administrative border with Crimea. Last night, at the central train station of Kyiv, patriots were receiving our military men that were defending Debaltsevo. Ukrainian special services successfully destroy pro-Russian militants and military equipment of the enemy. In Slavyansk, they arrested a local resident who was trying to hide in the city from criminal responsibility of participation in terroristic activities.
In April last year, this militant participated in seizing the building of Slavyansk Municipal Department of Militia, organized the checkpoints with other bandits. After liberation of Slavyansk by Ukrainian army, the militants stayed in the city to follow Ukrainian military and continued active contacts with his co-criminals. In Lugansk region, the group of security service detained the informant of the terrorist with the nickname Nikon, who was making photo and video recording of the places of dislocation of the ATO forces. He was detained, and his curator is declared missing. Besides, the security service in Donetsk region downed the drone. Now the works are going on to find out what is the origin of this drone. About 1,000 of our servicemen during the last week are doing the coordination at the test field of the National Guard of Ukraine with the servicemen who were enrolled during the fourth wave of partial mobilization. The planned training continues on special preparation. The Ukrainian patriots help our servicemen. The volunteers gave the specialized vehicle of the ambulance to our military. Besides this vehicle, the volunteers gave to the servicemen many other things which are needed at the front line. Also, the battalion of the National Guards, named after Kulchitsky, received 2 excavators from key volunteer organizations. This equipment will be used in construction of the reinforcement facilities. The world certifies diplomatic support to Ukraine. The President of Ukraine, Poroshenko, had a meeting with the Commissar of European Union on extension, enlargement and European policy of neighborhood, Johannes Gahn. The President informed the European Commissar on the decision of the Security and Defense Council of Ukraine to request the UN Security Council about in bringing the peaceful contingent to Donbass and to control the Ukrainian-Russian border in Donetsk and Lugansk regions. It is desirable that it is in the format of European police mission, stated Petro Poroshenko. The head of the state stressed clearly that Russia, as the country aggressor, cannot and will not participate in peacekeeping operation. The Ministry of Defense of U.S. recognized that violations of the agreements on ceasefire which take place and which are supported by Russia are quite significant. That was stated by the Speaker of the Ministry of Defense of UST Foreign. The European Union has the intention to give to the mission of OSCE in Ukraine the armored vehicles. That was stated on Thursday by the Deputy General Secretary of European Service on Foreign Actions, Maciej Popovsky. We don't have the updated data on the numbers of people killed and wounded, so please follow our information. And please comment the information that during the retreat from the Baltsava, many pieces of equipment were left there, many tanks and artillery. This information is absolute fake, which was disseminated by the representatives of Russian Federation to talk about the successes of the militants, and that is why they're disseminating this information about our militaries leaving the equipment. All the equipment was taken out of the zone, and it will be used against the proxies. Also, there was information about the numbers of equipment and personnel that got to the territory of Ukraine. Was it within 24 hours? Within 24 hours. Yesterday, at the general headquarters, there was information about numbers of killed people, 13 people in Debaltseve. Is that the final figure? Do you have any updated information? We are updating the data about the numbers of killed, those who were taken prisoners, and those who are considered to be missing. But in any case, all those who are missing and who are in captivity, we are looking for them, and we are putting all the efforts to get these guys back to Ukraine, to our territory, to the ranks of the armed forces of Ukraine. Please comment on the situation in Logvinova. And the second question, were you trying to calculate at least approximately the number of Russian troops and equipment on the territory of Donbass? And what about Logvinova? There was information that Logvinova is surrendered to separatists. I am not ready to confirm this information. As to numbers of troops and armaments of militants, we do not have the exact figure. We have approximate figure which we do not make public. And in accordance with that, we are moving our troops to secure those directions where numbers of militants is increased, more than thousands. Any other questions to Colonel Lysenko? No. Then thank you all. The organizational announcement at 2:30. We have an additional briefing with the participants of